All right, hello everybody. My name is Kelsie Jacobs. I'm the senior intern at Technology Innovation Law. This is TIL's Adapt, Create, and Innovate series. Today we have Ms. Ella Nugent of the LSE Global Education, and she's going to share with us a little bit about herself and the LSE Global Education.
Thank you, Kelsie. Hello, everyone. My name is Ella Nguyen, and I am Asian, a Vietnamese American, actually. And I am the founder and the president of LSE Foundation and LSE Global Education, an education organizations that provide programs, support, and scholarship opportunity to students in the United States and globally.
Okay, thank you for that. And can you share with us a little bit about your purpose at LSE Global Education?
I'm sure. So for LSE Global Education, our mission is to provide education and scholarship opportunity to students through the partnership with the university and with educational institution, agency leaders globally. We work with different university in the United States to help them open their door for international students and for even American students with scholarship. So our main goal is to help students get scholarship to higher education, for bachelor and master program at our partner university. We stand in the middle to help students achieve their goal by preparing them with different support we have, how to get there, what you need to get done, what you are missing and what you are doing well at. So we help analyze the strength and weakness of students to make sure they are good to go under our own scholarship program and also merit-based scholarship program at the university. We also help our partner university in the United States, an American university, to be closer to a network of our students so that they can open their door and give them an opportunity to complete their higher education goal.
Okay, thank you for that. So you mentioned a little bit about opportunities, and I'm sure there's been moments that you needed a little bit of like creative spark. Can you share with us a creative, outrageously creative moment that you've had yourself?
Sure. So for myself, I think I grew up to be very independent little girl until become a grown-up adult. Be very independent from my parents. So I from that reason, being independent from my parents, I worked since I was very young, at about 14, 15 years old. Um, I work and I try to save my money to open my own business. And I chose education because I believe that education is the number one factor to change someone's life. Because myself, I was also, my life was also changed with the education goal I set and with the education plan I follow.
Okay, thank you for that. Those are very powerful words. I believe education is one of the best ways to help and also inform people. So, with that being said, who are you and what is your organization about? I know you shared a little bit earlier, but you get
I am actually waiting for this question because it's I have my life story and as to why I'm doing what I'm doing. So now I'm a Vietnamese American, like a U.S. citizen here, but I was born and grew up in Vietnam until 14 years old, and I left Vietnam to Singapore as an international student by myself. There, I have some help from my aunts and other people, but with a very young teenager, a female teenager, leaving Vietnam, a third world country, to Singapore when it's already a different in cultural language and education system. So I experienced that. My 5 years living in Singapore, that was an opportunity for me to learn the very first life lesson and life experience from being by myself, striving to leave, move on, and achieve my goal. I had to be very strong and had to be very positive as well to go that route. And then my transition to the United States from Singapore 5 years later, this was a lot of challenge, a lot of difficulties, a lot of life experience that I faced. I learned, I figured out how to solve, and the experience I earned during the time I was in Singapore and the time I was I live in the United States, because it's different in many things. It's totally different than how life is in Vietnam. It's a third world country where you don't know much uh, about back then, not now, but back then is a lot for me to learn. But because of that experience and life experience that I go through, I make a determination to establish LSE Global Education and the foundation to help students, because I was once like them.
Yeah.
I was one student, I was international student, I had to leave my life. I don't want them to go through the same struggle I have, so I want to create an easier way, is an easier route for them to go through the lesson learned I have. So that's my purpose, and that's why I found LSE Global Education. And with LSE Global Education, we are an US-based education organization, but we have a branch office and representative in different countries like Vietnam, and Canada, and in France, and in South Korea. Our office in Vietnam is located inside Ministry of Education and Training, and we also have language centers around Hanoi. And what we're trying to do for language center, we're trying to do is in Vietnam, the first language is Vietnamese, and we want to bring English and the Americans' English closer to Vietnamese students, my home country. And also, we bring back opportunity for Vietnamese students, because I was born in Vietnam. Bring back opportunity for them to get scholarship to come to the United States. Help them, guide them through the process of what you need to get done. You need to increase your SAT score, your GPA, your extracurricular activities, and anything. So I mentor them. I build a team of mentors, and with different advisors, I train them and how to best help our international student achieve their goal coming here. And with the local Americans in Virginia and Maryland and DC area, we also help mentor them on how um, what is the pathway to earn scholarship for higher education. So that's what we've been doing. For LSE, we also provide executive level education program, like a short course for executive from overseas. For example, director levels or minister or president of university level coming here under a short course. We hosted them at George Washington University before, and a few other university similar program for executive leadership program. We also host international coming to the United States for short summer programs and other exchange programs that we are doing. So that is about myself and about my organization, what we're doing.
Thank you for that share. You definitely sound like you've been able to inspire many across the world and global as well. So can you tell us a little bit about your personal inspiration? I know you shared a little bit about how you motivate yourself, but can you share about your personal inspiration?
Yes, so the motivation for me to do this is because I want to help international. I was once like them. I want to help them. I don't want them to go through the same difficulty I have. I want their way is a little bit smoother than mine. So that's the motivation I have. I experienced Asian education because I grew up in Vietnam until 14, 15 years old. I was educated with my primary and middle education in Vietnam, so I know my Asian education, and now for higher education in Vietnam, I also travel back quite a bit, so I understand the difference between Asian educations and US and Europe, because I travel to all of the places trying to find the difference between education system a different country. So from that, I try to get the best out of its system, because in any country or any region, there's a good and there's a bad thing. And we learn the best thing to make sure we bring that program to LSE and to help our students achieve their goal. Um, right now, I am residing in the United States with my family is here. But for me to work with different country, there should be something that help me do it, because we are too far away. But thanks to technology, now we sit here in Washington, D.C., we talk to Hanoi, we talk to Berlin, we talk to Ho Chi Minh City and other other cities, Seoul and other country with different partners. And from that, we we build the program, some internal internal kind of platform to help to get students in our network and get closer to them, receiving advice from mentor in the United States, from me, from other people that we invite into LSE's team. And that's a resource, the very resource that I think online and technology is something that we should take advantage, because it is so helpful and is the innovative functions that will help to any business, not just education, not just law, not just that. And also one more thing as a source for my innovation is myself. I have experience studying for the at the Harvard teaching program, Harvard higher education teaching program. I attend that course at the Harvard Book Center for Teaching and Learning, and at that program, there's an intensive function for us to utilize technology in education, and especially in higher education. And with the experience, I learned the methodology. I learned applying of teaching and applying technology in teaching and learning, and make that so valuable to what I'm doing for LSE and LSE students. So that's what I would like to share about the source for innovations, inspiration, and how it helped LSE and our program.
Thank you for that share. I know you mentioned a lot about your background and all that stuff. So can you share with us a bit about how you take that and bring everything all together to create value for LSE in your own terms?
The biggest success and the most highly valuable values that we earn is to see our students' lives change through education. We experience many students coming to us with little English, with little background, and now they become someone in society, and that is the result that any educator would want to see. And for example, I have students from Vietnam. They failed the U.S. visa to come to the United States several times before coming to us. And he is a good student. He's a very good student, very nice student, but with some limitation in his language and with his academic background, he didn't make it. And then it become some kind of psychology in him that he doesn't want to continue. He feel, I am so bad. I am not a good student. He kind of give up until he met with us. We put him in our mentoring program. We advise him. We structure how it should work for his case and how to make his dream to come to study for a bachelor degree program in computer science in the United States real. And it took us a year to help him, but he make it. And his parent cry. And now he's graduating with an excellent and honor degree in computer science at our partner university with high scholarship, almost 100% for 4 years of education for international students. As you can imagine, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. And now he becomes someone different rather than if he fell the dream that he followed, he become so not motivated and couldn't concentrate on his goal anymore. But now we help him, and that is just one small example, but we have so many other examples of helping international students coming to the United States, becoming an independent adult, becoming a very successful leaders, successful persons, and becoming a very good heart with a hand out to do different charity and activity to help the community. So that is the most successful things we can see, because we believe if we give them an opportunity, they become a better person, and that person will continue to help other people in the society. So,
All right. Thank you for that share. It sounds like you guys are very positive and you're uplifting. And with that being said,
we love to see students successful. We love to see the result that any educators would want to see.
Right. So speaking of uplifting and stuff like that, I know times are crazy globally with the COVID-19 pandemic. Can you share with us how you've been able to stay positive and just what you've been going through and how you've been able to cope with the pandemic going around?
Yeah, so first, when the pandemic first happened, we all panicked, just like anyone else. We are all human beings and we panic. I don't know what's happening. At the moment, our student got panicked, parents got panicked, and say that, oh, my child is currently in the United States, and how can we deal with that? So a lot of things happening to us, and if we drop to become a very negative attitude toward our students and parents, then it would not work. So we have to stay positive. Although anyone would worry about the current situation, but we're trying to do what our best to help. We get supplies with face masks from Vietnam, from my different channel in Vietnam. We purchase it, we get them here, we donate to the people, we give it to students for those who need. We also write like an update of what they need to do. Like for example, we use social media and internet to advise and tell students to trying to do social distancing, sanitizations, and to put their health and safety to on the top, and make sure parents in Vietnam and in other countries worries that are not worries that because we are here doing something to protect their children. We also work with our insurance providers to make sure the policies that our students have will cover COVID-19 tests and treatment in case if they have something. We know that this is a global pandemic and no one wanted it to happen, but if we have a backup plan and we follow CDC guideline and we follow the of health and safety as a priority, I believe that it can we can minimize the chance that we get infected and parents are not so worried. In addition to that, we utilize online platform to continue teaching our students with online, like through Zoom or different platform, to keep them engaged with their plan, their courses, their if they can't make it to the US this fall or this spring, we can delay it to another year when vaccine is available, because I believe to believe in the expert that we have here will produce that and save everyone. So that's what we do to stay positive, and we think that in any darkness there's always a light somewhere, and even with COVID-19, we stay positive. We take care of ourselves, our family, and if we have any symptom, we need to report and get tested and get treated as soon as possible to avoid infecting other people. And we also inform our partner university to make sure our student safety are number one.
Thank you for sharing about how you guys are able to maintain and stay positive. So speaking of staying positive and moving forwards, what comes next for you and Ellacy Global Education?
For LSE, what come next is that we, first of all, we are building some courses and curriculum that will utilize online and platform technology, so that who knows what happened in the future, and who knows when it will last until. We build that course and curriculum in case students can't meet face-to-face, they can still, under education program, academic program, prepare them well. So our team are building a different course and curriculum utilizing online platform, trying to make sure they are still in a good shape with our education program and support. I'm trying to also work with the university to get more scholarship fund, because economic is now going down, and all students will need some help. So we're trying to work for more scholarship to help with need-based family beside merit-based scholarship. There's also need-based scholarship for those that are affected with the COVID-19, and that's what we have. We are going to donate more masks to different states, and specifically state of Maryland. We are going to donate this coming Friday, and with little masks, 10,000 masks, not much, but that's what we can to at least provide our hands to help the community. And I believe with us all putting our hands together, we will win this pandemic, and it should be over soon so we all can go back to normal lives.
Right. I agree completely. I think those were very wise words, and I think that all we can do is continue to be safe as we move forward.
Yes.
So, do you have any parting words or anything you'd like to share with the audience before we wrap it up?
First of all, my very deep appreciation for Attorney Chris and for Ms. Kelsie to invite me to be here today, sharing my personal story, my inspirations, and my mission and vision for education to help students not in the United States and globally. And with my own experience, I also feel thankful when I was born in Vietnam, a third world country, so that I can experience how hard life was when I was little. Then now when I have a chance to go and experience the world, going to different countries, Singapore, Europe, now residing in the United States, I feel the difference, I learn the difference, and I use the difference to apply for educations and to help our students' life change through education.
So, Ms. Ella and Kelsie, if I may add one thing, and this is unusual, but I think it's so relevant. Actually, one of Ms. Ella's students participated in a class that I just taught at BAU, and we had a global brand management competition with a panel of expert judges. And that student participated from Hanoi, and they took second out of the competition. All virtual, presented a great presentation on TikTok. And their goal was to convince the judges that they knew TikTok well enough that the judges should hire them to be a brand manager. So very successful. and very
Oh,
much appreciated.
oh, thank you very much for sharing the news. So it's her name Fung,
Yes, yes,
Phung.
yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much for taking care of our students.
Uh, uh,
Yes,
she made a great contribution to our class. So
thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody today on behalf of the TIL team. I would thank you, Ms. Ella, and thank you, Chris. And I will wrap it up. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.